Installing tempos and RPOs, Coach Mike Rowe. If you need to get a hold of me or any contact information, contact Mike Rowe, head football coach at Rocori High School. I can be found on Twitter at Coach Mike Rowe or RocoriFootball@gmail.com. The Spartan Spread philosophy. We are all about ball security, tempo, and playing fast. We want to have 85 snaps a game, which in Minnesota is a difficult task. But we have cut down on verbiage and things like that have helped us develop a system where we can get the plays in quicker, and as soon as the officials set the ball, we are able to play. We want to control the defense. We want to dictate to them how they need to play. We want to get the ball out to our best athletes as quick as we can and get them in space and allow them to do their thing. When we get the ball in space, we want to use our quick game and our screens, and we want to think players, not plays. Why the Spartan Spread is so successful? It's really simple, and we play fast. Our communication is hand signals, signs, and numbers. You're going to learn this verbiage and terms and how we do it procedurally in this presentation. We attack defenses. We find out their players that are weak, and we attack them with our best. It's a QB-friendly system. In most spread offenses, the QB is really heavily laid on what they need to do, and we have a system in place that is easy for them to process and step up and make plays. We want to assign a hat for a hat. We want to get our guys a chance on every single play. So we have to be able to throw the ball vertically and horizontally to get the box lighter so our offensive linemen can have success and they don't have a 7 or 8 man box bearing down on them. Spread the ball out horizontally and vertically is the best way to attack any defense. You need to be able to get small chunks on the outside and big chunks over the top. Force the defense to open field tackle in space. This is great now with all the rule changes and the teams not being able to tackle as much as they used to. You really can exploit the tackling in space. And when you practice, have fun, play fast, and finish. You need to create that energy. You need to be that person that the kids can count on to energize them when they're not at their best. Why use tempo and RPOs? Tempo is a weapon. It keeps the defense off balance. We're going to show you a bunch of various tempos that we use that have been proven and successful over the last 6 years. We can speed up the game and slow it down with our tempo. Not all the time do we play super fast. We want to play as fast as we can, but there are times when you're up when you need to slow it down. Prevent the defense from keying on formations and personnel tendencies. A lot of things in the spread have a lot of tendencies where the back lines up certain formations. When you play fast, teams don't have time, the defenses don't have time to figure out these tendencies. They just have to line up and play. They're more worried about getting their play in from their coach. Force the defense to use more base calls. If you can play really fast, then the defense is going to have to play more base and eliminate themselves from sending the blitz. Tempo procedures. When we're playing football, as soon as the play is whistled dead, we want all 11 offensive players. They must look at the sideline to get the call. We're going to show you how we do this in our procedures. Everyone should run to the ball. O-linemen will get set and the receivers must address the defense. There's a 6-second rule in place. Offensive line needs to communicate what they see to each other so that they are not going to have a mental breakdown, and receivers must address the coverage from the defense to make sure they know who to block or what routes they might be adjusting to. You force the defense to align and get into a call. The faster you get there, the faster they have to align. If they're not ready, you pick up your tempo and snap it before they can get set. If we must, we will chill, and the quarterback must communicate that to the offensive line so that they relax. When we have a new play sent in, the quarterback and running back will communicate to the offensive line what they need to do. One may be a dummy call, one may be the hot call, or both may be hot, depending on the circumstance and the team that we are playing. When we line up in our procedures, you will notice we will have 3 coaches and 3 signs in place, and then our personnel groups will be behind them. Our offense must be in a position to see the coaches and the signs. The signs are directly above the coaches' heads, one of them which is our tempo card. That is the most important card to us. That allows our offensive line to know how fast we are playing and when the snap count is. The other cards may be hot or may not be, depending on what we decided before we broke the huddle on the first series.